of the pandemic being away. So thank you so much for coming out tonight. A few other things before we get started. I know I've already said this to a bunch of people, but feel free to move up. I know if you don't want to be too close to people, that's okay, but if you are feeling like you want to be closer so you can hear better, just feel free to shift on up if you'd like. Now, a lot of you have probably been to some theater shows indoors, or maybe you haven't, but in the theater community, it's become quite a common thing to do a land acknowledgement before a show. And although this is a moment of reflection, it's also a moment of action. We at Panoply would like to take this time to acknowledge that the land on which we are on is the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat nations. This land is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples, as well as other nations recorded and unrecorded that are the past, present, and future caretakers of this land. We would like to address Canada's continued mistreatment of Indigenous peoples. As there are respected and rights that are not upheld. As I'm sure a lot of you know, there have been thousands of large graves that have been found on residential schools over the past few years. These numbers are not stagnant, they continue to go up as more graves are found. There are also reserves that lack access to clean drinking water and fair prices. But what do we do with all of that information? Well, we've actually provided some resources at our testing table. There's some website links, some places you can go. You can educate yourselves. You can donate if you have convenience. A lot of us are, we are quite privileged and uplifted by our government. So we ask you with what you have, what resources you might have with you, to do something, whether that is just educating yourselves about what's going on in Canada. We ask you to move together towards a better way forward. Thank you so much, and enjoy the show on this windy, windy night.
Let fame that all hunt after in their lives live registered upon our brazen tomb, and then grace us in the disgrace of death, when, spite of cormorant devouring time, the endeavor of this present breath may buy that honor which shall bait his side's keen edge, and make us heirs of all eternity. Therefore, brave conqueror, for so you are that war against your own affections and the huge army of the world's desires, this late edict shall strongly stand in force. Navarre shall be the wonder of the world, our court a little academe, still and contemplative in living art. You have sworn for this term to live with me, my fellow scholar, and to keep those statutes that are recorded in this schedule here. Your oath is passed, and now subscribe your name, that their own hand may strike their honor down that violates the smallest friend herein. If you are armed to do as sworn to do, subscribe to your deep oath and keep it too.
So much, dear liege, I have already sworn, that is to live and study here these years, but there are other strict observances as not to see a woman in that term, which I hope well is not enrolled there.
Your oath is passed to pass away from them.
Let me say no, my liege, and if you please, I only swore to study with your grace and stay here in your court for these months there.
You swore to that, Verone, and to the rest.
Why, yea and nay, then, that I swore in jest. What is the end of study? Let me know.
Why, that to know what else we should not know.
Things hid and barred, you mean, from common sense.
Aye, that is study's godlike recompense. These be the stops that hinder study quite, and train our intellects to vain delight.
Why, all delights are vain, but that most vain, which with pain purchased doth inherit pain, as painfully to pore upon a book to seek the light of truth, while truth the while doth falsely blind the eyesight of his book. Light seeking light doth light and light beguile, so ere you find where light in darkness lies, your life grows dark by losing of it.
How well he's bred to reason against reading. Verone is like an envious sleeping frost that bites the firstborn infants of the spring. Well, sit you out, Jerome. Go home. Adieu.
No, my good lord, I have sworn to stay with you. And though I have for barbarism spoke more than for that angel knowledge, you can say, if confident I'll keep what I have swore in my dependence of all coming days. Give me the paper, but leave the same, and to the strictest degrees all right with you.
How well this yielding rescues thee from shame.
Item, that no woman should come within a mile of my court. Have this been proclaimed?
4 days ago.
Same penalty? On pain of losing her tongue, sweet or to die?
To fright them hence with that dread penalty.
A dangerous law against gentility. Item, if anyone is seen to talk with a woman within the time of these years, they shall endure such public shame as the rest of the court can possibly devise. This article, my liege, yourself must brave. For well you know here comes an embassy, the French king's daughter, with yourself to speak, a maid of grace and complete majesty, about surrender up of Aquitaine, her decrepit, sick, and bedrid father. Therefore this article is made in vain, or vainly comes the admired princess hither.
What say you, sir? Why, this was quite forgot.
As the study evermore is overshot. Well, it doth study to have what it would, it doth forget to do the thing it should, and when it hath what it hunteth most, 'tis one as towns with fire. So won, so lost.
We must, of course, dispense with this decree. She must lie here on mere necessity.
Necessity will make us both forsworn 3,000 times due to this coming space. For everyone with their effects is born not by my master, but by special grace. If I break faith, this word shall speak for me. I am forsworn on mere necessity. So to the laws at large I write my name. But he that breaks them in the least degree, stand in attainder of eternal shame. But is there no quick recreation of rest?
Aye, that there is. Our court, you know, is haunted with a refined traveler from abroad, a man in all the world's new fashion planted, that hath a mint of phrases almost lost, a man of compliments who right and wrong have chosen as umpire of the community, one whom the music of his own vain tongue doth lavish like enchanting harmony. He's wit's peddler. The ladies call him sweet. He stares as he treads them, kiss his feet. Our motto is a most illustrious life, a man of fire new words, fashion's own knight.
This child of fancy, this Armado height, in highborn words give the worth of many nights.
No coster disdain, he too shall be our sport. And so study 3 years is but short.
Which is the king's own person?
This fellow, what would?
My friend Armado commends you. There is villainy abroad. This letter will tell you more.
The contempt thereof is troubling me, ma'am.
A letter from the magnificent Armado.
The matter is to me, ma'am, as concerning Jacquinetta. The manner of it is, I was taken in the manner.
In what manner?
In manner and form following, sir. All those 3. I was seen with her in a manor house, sitting with her upon the floor, and taken following her into the park, which altogether is in manner and form following. Now, sir, for the manner. The manner of a man to speak to a woman. For the form, in some form.
For the following, sir.
As it shall follow in my correction. And God defend the right.
Will you hear this letter with attention?
As we would hear an oracle.
Such is the simplicity of man to hearken after the flesh.
No word.
Of other men's secrets,
Great deputy, the sole dominator of Navarre, my soul's earth god and body's fostering patron.
no would have come to get.
So it is. Received with sable-colored melancholy, I did commend the black oppressing humor to the most wholesome physic of thy health-giving air, and as I am a gentleman, betook myself to walk. Then for the place where I mean I did encounter that obscene and preposterous event. It standeth northeast and by east from the west corner of thy curious knotted garden. There did I see that low-spirited swain, that base minnow of thy mercy,
That unlettered, small-knowing soul.
Me.
That shallow vassal.
Still me.
known child of our grandmother Eve, a female, or for thy more sweet understanding, a woman. Him have I sent to thee to receive the meed of punishment by my sweet page, a child of good repute, carriage, bearing, and estimation.
Me! And shall please you, I am called Ma.
For Jacquinetta, so is the weaker vessel called, which I apprehended with the aforesaid swain. I keep her as a vessel of the law's fury. Thine in all compliments of devoted and heart-burning heat of duty, Don Adriano de Armado.
This is not so well as I looked for, but the best that ever I heard.
Ma'am, I confess
Proclamation?
I confess but rule of the market of it.
It was proclaimed a year's imprisonment, taken with a wedge.
I was taken with none, ma'am. I was taken with a damsel.
Well, it was proclaimed damsel.
This was no damsel neither, ma'am. I was taken with a maid.
This maid will not serve your turn, sir.
This maid will serve my turn.
Sir, I will pronounce your sentence. You shall fast a week with bran and water.
Ma'am, I'd rather pay a month with one court.
And Don Armado shall be your keeper. Lord Barone, see him delivered o'er. And go we, Lord, to put to practice that which each to other hath so strongly sworn.
I'll lay my head to any good men's have. These oaths and laws will prove an idle scorn. Zeros, come on.
I suffer for the truth, sir. For true it was I was taken with Jacquinetta, and Jacquinetta, true girl. Therefore, welcome to our cup of prosperity. Affliction may one day smile again. Till then, sit thee down, sorrow.
I can betray myself in blushing babe! I will visit the other lodge.
That's hereby!
I know where it is situated.
Lord, how wise you are!
I will tell you wonders.
With that thing.
I love you.
So I heard you say, sir! The king's pleasure is that you keep this costume safe. You must suffer it to take no delight.
As for the damsel, good Armado, we must keep her at the park held safe apart. So farewell.
Fair weather after you.
Come, Jacquinetta. Away.
Farewell, fair maid.
Villain, thou shalt be heavily punished.
Let me not be pent up, ma'am. I will fast, being loose.
No, sir, that were fast and loose. Thou shalt to prison.
Very well, Master Moth. I will say nothing. But thank God I have limitations as another man, therefore I can be quiet.
Oh, lo! What sign is it when a man of great spirit grows melancholy?
A great sign, sir, that he will look sad.
I promised to study 3 years with the king.
You may do so in an hour, sir.
Impossible.
How many is one? Thrice told.
I am Elizabeth. It is the spirit of a tapster.
Oh, you are a gentleman and a gamester, sir.
I confess both. They are both the varnish of a complete man.
Then I am sure you know how much the gross sum of deuce, ace, amounts to.
They doth amount to 1. More than 2.
Which the base vulgar do call 3.
Aye!
Why, sir, is this such a piece of study? Now here's 3 studied ere yell thrice week. And how easy is it to put years to the word 3, and study 3 years in a mere 2 words? The dancing horse will tell you.
Most fine figure.
To prove you a cipher.
But I will hereupon confess I am in love. And as it is base for a soldier to love, so am I in love with a base wench. Oh, I do love that country girl that I took in the park with a rational hind Gloucester. I do affect the very ground, which is base, with her shoe, which is baser, guarded by her foot, which is base, says not tread. I shall be forsworn,
which is a great argument of falsehood if I love, and how can that be true love which is falsely attempted? Love is a familiar. Love is a devil. There is no evil angel but love. His disgrace is to be called a boy, but his glory is to subdue men. Sing, friend, my spirit goes heavy in love.
A great marvel, loving a light
I
race.
say sing!
Forbear to this company you have.
Now, madam, summon up your dearest spirits. Consider who the king, your father, sent, to whom he sent, and what's his embassy. Yourself, how precious in the world's esteem, parlay with these sole inheritors of all perfections anyone may owe, matchless Navarre, the queen of no less weight than Aquitaine, dowry for a queen. Be now as prodigal of all dear grace, as nature was, in making grace dear when she did starve the general world beside, and prodigally gave them all to you. But now to pass the pastor Rosaline, you are not ignorant of all telling things of known abroad. Navarre hath made a vow. As painful study shall take up these months, no stranger may approach her silent court. Instead, addressed to meet me, Rosaline, she rather meets the lodge in the field, like when that comes here to seek report and seek it is mistaken for her own, to unadventure her unusual house. Now who is the boss of melody? And if thou fellow with the first some merry mocking lord who like to show, they say so that most of his humor is now, such sort of as they grow, her own they call him. But the merrier man, within the limit of becoming mirth, I never spent an hour's talk at all. I, yes, occasion more strict, that every object of the one does catch the other, turns to immerse in death. A man of sovereign heart he is esteemed, well fitted in art, glorious in arms, nothing becomes him ill that he would well. The one who soils his hair, cloth, if virtue cloth will stain any soil, it is short, rich, matched with two lungs of will. I had past hours time, will, skill, will to choose none to bear the power. God bless my lady. Are you quite in love? Here comes love. Fair princess, welcome to the court of Navarre. There I give you back then, and welcome I have none again. Proof that the sword is too high for yours, and welcome to the wise of you shall be welcome, madam, to my court. I will be welcome, and conduct me thither. Hear me, dear lady, I have sworn an oath. Our Lady, help my lord to keep the sword. Not for the world, fair madam, by my will. Why wilt thou break it? Will and nothing else. Your ladyship is ignorant what it is. For my lord, so her ignorance were wise. For now her knowledge must prove ignorance. But pardon me, I am too sudden bold. See the detail beseemeth me. Vouchsafe to read the purpose of my coming, and suddenly resolve me my suit. Madam, I will, if suddenly I may. You will the sooner that I were away. For you'll prove perjured if you make me stay.
Didn't I dance with you in Brabant once?
Did not I dance with you in Brabant?
I know you did.
How needless was it then to ask the question?
You must not be so
Crazy long, you spur me with such questions.
Your wit's too hot, its speed's too fast. 'Twill tire.
Not till I leave the rider in the mire.
What time of day?
The hour fools should ask. Madam, your father here did intimate the payment of 100,000 crowns, being but the one half of an entire sum disbursed by my father in his course. But say that he or we as neither have received that sum, yet there remains unpaid 100,000 more, in surety of the which one part of Aquitaine is bound to us. You do the king my father too much wrong, and wrong the reputation of your name. And so unseemly to confess with you that which has so faithfully been paid. I do protest I never heard of it, and if you prove it, I'll repay it back or yield up Aquitaine. We arrest your word. Rosaline can produce a criticism for such a sum. Satisfy me so? So please your grace, the packet is not come where that and other specialties are bound. Tomorrow you shall have a sight of them. It shall suffice me, at which interview all liberal reason I will yield unto. Meantime, receive such welcome at my hand as honor without breach of honor. not come, fair princess, in my gates, but here without you shall be so received that you shall deem yourself lodged in my heart, though so denied fair harbor in my house. Your own good thoughts excuse me, and farewell. Tomorrow shall we visit you again.
Sweet health and shared desires to support your grace.
My own wish I be in every place.
Lady, I will commend you to mine own heart.
I pray you, do my commendations, I'd be glad to see it.
I would you heard it groan.
The fool sis.
Sick at the heart.
Alas, let it blood.
Would that do it good?
My physic says I.
Will you prick with your eye?
Not wax with my knife.
Now, God save thy life.
And yours from long living.
Cannot stay Thanksgiving.
Barone, Mary, mad past Lord. Not a word to him, but it was well done of you to take him at his word. I was as willing to grapple as he was to war. My observation, which seldom lies by the heart's still rhetoric disclosed with eyes, deceive me not now. Lugar is infected. With what? With that which we lovers entitle affected. Your reason? Why, all her behaviors did make their retired report of her eyes, keeping through desire. Her tongue all impatience to speak and not see, did stumble in haste in her eyesight to be. Her face's own organs did put such amazes that all eyes saw her eyes, enchanted gazes. I'll give you, octane is all that is hers, to give her, for my sake, but one loving kiss. Come to our pavilion, you are dethroned.
Wonderful child, make passionate my sense of hearing.
We're coming on.
Sweet air, no tenderness of years. Take this key. Give enlargement to Coster this way. Bring him fast in heaven. I must employ him in a letter to my love. The way is but short. Away!
As swift as lead, sir.
Lead, not metal, heavy, dull, and slow. I say lead is slow.
You are too swift, sir, to say so. Is that lead slow, which is fired from a gun?
Sweet smoke of rhetoric! She reputes me a cannon and a bullet. That's she. I shoot thee at the sway.
Stop and I flee!
Adieu, valor! Rust rapier! Be still, wind! For your manner dares in love, you he loveth! Most rude melancholy, matter gives me thanks for my herald return.
A wonder, master! Here's a coster!
Sirrah Coster! I will you friendship. I give thee thy liberty, and in lieu thereof impose on thee nothing but this. Bear this significance to the consummate gentleman. There is remuneration, for the best word of my honor is rewarding my dependence. Follow.
Like the sequel! I, Sir Coster, empty.
A letter. But first will I look to his remuneration. Why, it is a fair name in French crown. I will never buy and sell out of this word.
Ah! My good name Coster, exceedingly well met.
God be with you.
Stay, fool! I must employ thee, as thou wilt win my favor, good my knave, do one thing for me that I shall entreat.
When will you have done, sir?
This afternoon.
Well, I will do it, sir. Very well.
Thou knowest not what it is.
I will know, sir, when I've done it.
White villain, thou must know first.
I will come, your worship, tomorrow morning.
It must be done this afternoon. Hark, man! It is but this. Princess comes to walk here in the park, and in her train is a gentle lady. Tongue speaks sweetly, then they name her name, and Rosaline they call her. Ask for her, to her sweet hand see thou do commend this sealed up counsel. There's thy girdle. Go.
Garden. A sweet garden. Most sweet garden. Better than remuneration. Remuneration?
And I forsooth in love? I that have been love's whip, a very beetle to a humorous sigh, a critic, nay, a night watch constable, a domineering pedant o'er the boy, this wimpled, whining, purblind, wayward boy, this senior junior, giant dwarf, Don Cupid, regent of love rhymes, lord of folded arms, the anointed sovereign of sighs and groans, liege of loiterers and malcontents, dread prince of plackets, king of codpieces, sole imperator, and great general of trotting parators, oh my little heart. And I to be a corporal of his field, and wear his colors like a tumbler's hoop. What, I love, go too! It is a plague that Cupid will impose for my neglect of his almighty, dreadful little might. Well, I will love, write, sigh, pray, sue, and groan. Some men must love my lady, and some Joan.
Is that the king? That pressed her heel so hard against the steep uprising of the hill? I know not, but I think 'twas she, whoever it was, that showed a mounting mind. Well, lady, today we shall dispatch. On Saturday we will return to France. Here comes a member of the Commonwealth.
You General. Pray you, which is the greatest lady, the highest?
What's your will, sir? What's your will?
I have a letter from Monsieur Baron to one Lady Rosaline.
Oh, thy letter. He's a good friend of mine. Stand aside, sir.
I am bound to serve.
We will read it, I swear. Break the neck of the wax and everyone be here. By heaven that thou art fair is most infallible. True that thou art beauteous. Truth itself that thou art lovely. More fairer than fair. Beautiful than beauteous. Truer than truth itself. Have commiseration of my heroical vassal. Shall I command thy love? I may. Shall I enforce thy love? I could. Shall I entreat thy love? I will. Thus, expecting thy reply, I presume my lips on thy foot, my eyes on my picture, and my heart on my every part. Thine, Don Edgara Fiarmata. What pull my feathers is he that incited this letter? What vain, what other thought? Did you ever hear about it?
That Armado's a traveler held here in court, with the king and her book. The book may one that makes court.
This letter is this book, and in court is none here. It is written to Jacinetta. Thou fellow speak true, who gave thee this letter?
I told you, my
And
lord!
Who should thou give it?
From my lord Baron, a good master of mine, to a lady of France he called Rosaline.
Thou hast mistaken his letter. Come, lady, away. Your sweet cut of this will be thine another day.
By my soul, a swain, most simple clown. Lord, how Jaquinetta has put him down. Armado, on the one side, a most dainty man. See him walk before a lady and bear her to bear. And his page to the other side, that handful of wit. Oh, heavens, it is a most pathetic lament. Armado's paper bore some love confessed, and here's the other, if I won distressed.
God be with you.
Dear maiden, be so good as to allow this letter, written by one very much loved.
Is writ by one called Costard.
Nay, the pen's too fine for me.
If love make me forsworn, how shall I swear to love? Ah, never faith could hold, if not to beauty vow. So to myself forsworn, to thee all faithful true. Those thoughts to me were oaths, to be like osiers vowed. Thy eye, Jove's strong that sings heaven's praise with such an earthly tongue. But really, Coster, it's meant for me.
No, ma'am. But for the love of my commissioner, Mr. Buster Brown, he writes to the gentle Lady Rosaline. Here he's confessed the very crime of making a prisoner.
Go we then, deliver up this trinket to the royal hand of the king. It may bring much.
God save your life.
Good Coster, go with me.
Have a good day, my girl.
King, she is hunting the deer. I am chasing myself. They have pitched a toil. I am toiling in a pitch that defiles them. Her eye. Why this light, but for her eye I would not love her. Yes, for her 2 eyes. Well, I do nothing in the world but lie and lie in my throat. By heaven, I do love, and it has taught me to rhyme, to be melancholy, and here is part of my rhyme. Here, my melancholy. Well, she hath one of my sonnets already. The clown bore it to the full sentence, and the lady hath it. Sweet clown, sweeter fool, sweetest lady. Here goes one with the paper. God give her grace to grow.
I need you.
Shocked by heaven. Oh, proceed, sweet Cupid, in love, I hope, sweet fellowship in shame, in faith, secrets.
So sweet a kiss the golden sun gives not to those fresh morning drops upon the rose as thy eye beams, when their fresh rays have smote the night of dew that on my cheeks down flows. Nor shines the silver moon one half so bright through the transparent bosom of the deep as doth thy face through tears of mine give light. Thou shinest in every tear that I do weep. O Queen of Queens, how far dost thou excel? No thought can think, nor tongue of mortal tell. How shall she know my griefs? I'll drop the paper. Sweet leaves, shade folly. Who is he comes here?
Good art. What grace hast thou thus to reprove this worm for loving that art most in love? Oh, what a scene of foolery have I seen, of sighs, of groans, of sorrow, and of teen. Oh me, with what strict patience have I sat to see a king transform into a gnat.
Oh, too bitter is thy jest. Am I betrayed thus to thy overview?
Not you to me, but I betrayed by you. I did him honest. I beholded sin to break the vow I am engaged in. When shall you see me praise a hand? Foot, face, an eye, a gait, a state, a brow, a breast, a waist, a leg, a limb?
Soft wither away so fast. A true man or a thief that gallops so.
I post from love, good lover. Let me go.
God save the king.
What present hast thou there?
Some certain treason.
What makes treason here?
Nay, it makes nothing, ma'am.
If it bar nothing, neither the treason you go and lead away together.
I beseech your grace, let this letter be read.
Barone, read it over. Where hadst thou it?
Of Coster.
Where hadst thou it? Now, what a radio. Why dost thou fear
A
it?
toy, my liege, a toy. Your grace needs not fear it.
It is Barone's writing, and here is thy name.
You whoreson loggerhead, you were born to do me shame. Guilty, my lord, guilty, I confess, I confess.
What?
That you 3 fools lack me fool to make up the mess. Not only you, my liege, but also I, we 2 pick purses in love deserve to die. Dismiss this audience and I shall tell you more.
Now the number is even.
True, true. If we are 2, will these lovebirds be gone?
Hence, friends, away.
Walk aside the true folk, let the traitors stay.
Sweet Lord, sweet lover, oh let us embrace as true though we are as flesh and blood can be, if the sea will ebb and flow, heaven show his face. We cannot cross the causeway we were born, therefore of all hands must we be forsworn.
What, did these friends mine show some love of thine?
Did they, quoth you? Oh, who sees the heavenly Rosaline dares look upon the heaven of her brow, is not blinded by her majesty?
What of this are we not both in love?
Nothing so sure, and thereby both forsworn.
Then leave this chat, and good Baron, now prove our loving lawful, and our faith not short.
Have you then? Consider what was first sworn. To rest, to study, and to see no woman. Flat treason against the kingly state of youth. Now, for not looking on a woman's face, you have in that forsworn the use of eyes, and study too, the causer of your vow. For where any author in the world teaches such beauty as a woman's face? Oh, we have made a vow to study true, and in that vow we have forsworn our books. For where would you, my liege, or you or I, in leaden contemplation, have found out such fiery numbers as the prompting eyes of beauty's suitors have enriched you with? Never does poet touch a pen to write until his ink were tempered with love sighs. From women's eyes does doctrine high divide. They sparkle still, that bright Promethean fire. They are books, arts, academes that show, contain, and nourish all the world. If fools we were these women to forswear, or keeping what is sworn, we will prove fools. Let us once lose our oaths to find ourselves, or else we lose ourselves to keep our oaths.
Saint Cupid, then, and soldiers, to the field.
Shall we resolve to woo these girls of France?
And win them, too. Therefore, let us devise some entertainment for them in their tent.
We will, with some strange pastime solace, such as the shortness of the time we shape, for revels, dances, masks, and merry hours, for run, fair love, strewing her way with flowers.
Away, away, no time shall be omitted. That will be time, and may by us be fitted.
Here now, it is the king's most dear pleasure and affection to congratulate the princess in the posteriors of this day, and which the rude country calls the afternoon. And the very all is that I do implore secrecy, and the king would have me present the princess with some delightful ostentation, or show, or pattern, or antique, or firework. Now, understanding your sleek self is good as such eruptions and sudden breaking up of earth. As it were, I have equipped you with all to him to crave your assistance.
You shall present before her the 9 worthies. I say none so fit as to present the 9 worthies.
Where will we find men worthy enough to present?
Your gallant person, Hector of Troy. Miss Costard, shall pass Pompey the Great. Myself, Hercules.
Pardon, sweet. Error. The knight has not quantity enough for that worthy's thumb. Hey, thou art not so big as the end of this claw. And I shall present Hercules in my lord. Thy enter and exit shall be strangle the snake, and we will have the poet.
Oh, an excellent device. So if any of the audience shall hiss, you may cry, "Well done, Hercules! Now thou crushest the snake!" Ha! As for the rest of the worthies,
I will play three myself.
excellent gentlemen.
Oh, dear, man, thou hast spoken no word on this matter.
Or understood none neither, sir. I'll make one in a dance or so, or I will play on the tabors of the words and let them dance the hay.
Come, we will employ thee.
Sweetheart, we shall be rich ere we depart if there come us plentifully in. A lady walled about with diamonds. Look you what I have in the wedding ring. Madam, can nothing else along with that? Nothing but this? Yes, as much love and rhyme as would be crammed up in a sheet of paper. Write both sides of Lee Thornton and all.
by or sway his state that he should be my fool. And I, his fate, none are so surely caught when they're attached, as wit turn fool, folly, and wisdom's hat, hath wisdom warrants and the help of school, and with own grace to grace a learned fool. Here comes a fool, and mirth is in her face.
Prepare! Got him! Prepare! Love doth approach! Disguise!
Saint Jenny to Saint Cupid, what are they that charge their birth against us? Say, thou say!
Oh, the king and lord Barone! Surely I get over here that by and by, disguised, they will be here.
But what? Well, what? They can just that?
They do. Their purpose is to court and dance. And each one will offer love to their special mistress, as known by those favors which they did bestow.
And will they so? The gallant shall be tasked for lady, but both of us will be masked. And neither one of them shall have the grace despite of suit to see a lady's face. Hold, rock line, this favor thou shalt wear, and so the king will court thee for her dear. Hold, take thou this my sweet, and give me thine, so shall Barone take me for Rosaline.
But in this changing, what is your intent?
The effect of my intent is to cross theirs. They do it but in mocking merriment, and mock for mock is only my intent. There are several counts of they in bosom style to love mistook, and so mock us all upon the next occasion that we meet, with visages displayed to talk and greet. But shall we dance, if they desire to it? No, to the death we will not move a foot, nor to their pen speak, whether we know grace, but while to scope, ye turn away from face, coy badge contempt, will kill the speaker's heart, quite divorce their memory from their part.
Fast the maskers go!
All hail! The richest beauties on the earth! A holy parcel of the fairest dames that ever turned their backs to mortal view!
Their eyes, villain, their eyes.
That ever turned their eyes to mortal views! Out of your favors, heavenly spirits, vouchsafe not to behold, once to behold, rogue, once to behold with your sunbeamed eyes. Your sunbeamed eyes! They will not answer to that epithet. They do not mark me, and that brings me out.
Since your perfectness, be silent, you rogue!
What would ye? Strangers, know that I exist?
What would you with the princess?
Nothing but peace and gentle visitation.
What would they do then?
Nothing but peace and gentle visitation.
Why, that they have, and bid them so be gone. She says you have it, and they be gone.
Say to her, we have measured many miles to tread a measure with her on this cross.
They say that they have measured many a mile to tread a measure with you on this grass. It is not so. Ask them how many inches is in 1 mile. If they have measured many, the measure then of one is easily told. She bids you tell how many inches fills up 1 mile.
Tell her we measure them by weary steps.
She hears herself! How many weary steps of these many weary miles you have o'ergone are numbered in the travel of 1 mile?
We number nothing that we spend for you. Our duty is so rich, so infinite, that we may do it still without a cost. Vouchsafe to show the sunshine of your face, that we, like poor monsters, may worship it.
My face is but a moon, and clouded too.
Blessed are clouds to do as such clouds do. Vouchsafe, bright moon, and leave thy stars to shine, those clouds removed upon our watery eye.
Oh, vain petitioner, beggeth greater matter. Thou now requestest but moonshine in the water.
Then in our measure you would not save one change. Thou bidst me beg. This begging is not strange.
Play music then. Aye, you must do it soon. We're coming on Christmas. No dance. Thus days I like the moon.
Will you not dance? How come you thus astray?
You took the moon at full, but now she's changed.
Oh, the music plays. Vouchsafe some motion to
Our ears vouchsafe it.
But your legs should do it.
Since you are strangers and come here by chance, we'll not be nice. Farewell, we will not dance. Curtsy, sweetheart. And so the measure ends.
Oh, full measure of this measure, be not nice.
We can afford no more at such a price.
Prize you yourselves. What lies your company?
Your absence only.
That can never be.
Then cannot we be bargained? So adieu. Price to your visor and pass once to you.
If you deny to dance, let's hold more chat.
In private then.
I am best pleased with that.
Sweet-handed mistress, one sweet word with thee.
Honey, and milk and sugar. They're free.
One word in secret.
Oh, let it not be free.
Thou grievest my goal.
Oh, bitter.
Therefore me.
Not one word more, my maid. Break off, break off.
By heaven, I'll drive beaten with your stuff.
Farewell, mad wenches, you have simple wits.
Ah, they were weeping right for a good word. Rome to swear himself out of all suits. Yeah, the king is mine, not a sword. Oh, and the throne has plighted faith to me. Oh, immediately they will again be here in their own shapes to will. Well, then my sweet was not so, and I'll do. Good madam, if by me you'll be advised, let's mock them still as well known as sky. Let us complain to them what fools were here, disguised like petty foxes and shapeless here, and wonder what they were and to what end their shallow clothes. Fair dog, vilely pen, and their rough carriage, so ridiculous, should be presented at our church club.
All hail, sweet madam, fair time of day.
Therein all hail is foul, as I perceive.
Construe my speeches better, if you may.
Then wish me better, I will give you leave.
We came to visit you, and purpose now to lead you to our court. Vouchsafe it then.
This field shall hold me, and so hold your vow. Nor God nor I delights in perjured folk.
Rebuke me not for that which you provoke. The virtue of your eye must break my oath.
You nickname virtue by you should have spoke, for virtue's office never breaks one's throat. A world of torment, though I should endure, I would not yield to your house's guest. So much I hate a breaking cause to be of heavenly oath, held with integrity.
Oh, you have lived in desolation here, unseen, unvisited, much to our shame.
Not so, my lord, it is not so, I swear. We've had pastimes here in pleasant games. A fair strangers left us but of late.
How, madam, strangers?
Aye, in truth, my lord, and talk to pace. And in that time, my lord, they did not bless us with one happy word. I dare not call them fools, but this I think, when they are thirsty, fools would fain have drink.
This jest is dry to me. Fair, gentle, sweet, your wit makes wise things foolish. Your capacity is of that nature that to your huge store, wise things seem foolish and rich things but poor.
This proves you wise and rich, for in my eyes.
I am a fool and full of poverty.
But that thou take what just to you belong, it were a fault to snatch words from my tongue.
I am yours in all that I possess.
All the fool mine.
Cannot give you less.
Which of the visors was it you wore?
Where, when, what visor? Why demand you this?
There, then. That visor, that superfluous case which hid the worst and showed the better face.
We are descried, they'll mock us now downright.
Let us confess and so reveal the jest. Here stand I, lady. Dart thy skill at me. Thrust thy sharp wit quite through my ignorance. Oh, never will I trust a speech's pen, nor never come in visor to my friend. Henceforth, my wooing mind shall be expressed in russet gaze and honest courtesy no. And to begin, wench, so God help me la, my love for you is sound, sans crack or flaw.
Song, I pray you.
Stop. Let us see. Right, Lord have mercy on us, on my king. She is infected, in her heart it lies. She has the plague, and caught it of your eye.
Teach us, sweet madam, for our rude transgression some fair excuse.
I was.
And were you well advised?
I was, fair madam.
When you then were here, what did you whisper to the stranger here?
That more than all the world I did respect her.
When she shall challenge this, you will reject her.
Upon mine honor, no.
Please forbear your oath once broken, force not to forswear.
Despise me when I break this oath of mine.
I will, and therefore keep it. Rosaline, what did the stranger whisper in your ear?
Madam, they swore that they did hold me dear as precious eyesight, and did value me above the world, adding thereto moreover that they would wed me or else die my lover. God, give me joy of her. Most noble lord honorably doth unhold her word.
What mean you, madam? By my life, my troth, I never swore this lady such an oath.
By heaven you did, and to confirm it plain, you gave me this. But take it once again.
My faith and this, the princess I did give. I knew her by this jewel on her sleeve.
Pardon me, ma'am, this jewel did she wear? And Lord Barone, I think him is my dear. What, will you have me or your pearl again?
Neither of either I remit, both twain. I see the trick on. Here was a consent knowing aforehand of our merriment, to dash it like a Christmas comedy. Some carried man, some pleased man, some slight feigning, some mumbled, some trencher knight, some dick that smiles their cheek and ears and knows the trick told our intents before, and once disclosed, the ladies did change favors, and then we, following the signs, wooed but the signage. Now to our perjury to add more terror, we are again forsworn in will and error. Much upon this it is. And did not you forestall our sport to make us thus untrue?
You put our page out. Go, you are allowed.
Peace? I have done. Welcome, herewith, thou part of the fair fray.
Oh, lords, ladies, we would know whether the three worthies will come in or no.
What, are there but three?
No, ma'am, but it is very fine, for every one presents three.
Art thou one of the worthies?
Please them to think me worthy of Pompey and the Great. For mine own part, I know not the degree of the worthy, but I am to stand for him.
Go, business prepare.
We will turn it finely off, sir. We will take some care.
Barone, they will shame us. Let them not approach.
We are shame-proof, my lord, and 'tis some policy to have one show worse than the king's ever come.
I say they shall not come.
Nay, my good lord, let me overrule you now. That sport best pleaseth doth least know how. When zeal strives for contempt, the contempt die in the zeal of that which it presents. Here is like to be a good presence of worthies. Don Armado presents Hector of Troy. Costard, Pompey the Great, Armado's page, Hercules. And if these three worthies in their first show thrive, these three shall change habits and present to the other five.
There are but three in the first show.
The ship is under sail, and there she blows.
The great Hercules is presented by this imp, whose club counts Cerberus, the three-headed Canis, who as a babe, a child, a shrimp, thus did he strangle serpents in his manus. Therefore, he seemeth in minority, ergo, I come with this apology. Madam!
I had to a half minute. This one presents the best worthy.
I, Pompey, am Pompey, surnamed the Big.
The great!
Is great, ma'am. Pompey, surnamed the Great, that often field with target and shield did make his foe to sweat. And traveling along this coast, I hear him come by chance and lay my arms before the legs of this sweet lass, Oh, France. If your ladyship would say thanks, Pompey, I'm done.
Great thanks, great Pompey.
It's not so much worse, but I hope I was perfect. I made a little fault with grade.
Oh, hide thy head, Achilles. Here comes Hector in arms.
This cannot be Hector. Of the total loss of let's man. Give Hector a gift. A lemon.
No, Clovis!
Peace. The omnipotent mass of let's be a man. Give Hector a gift. The heir of Ilion. The certainty he will fight. A man so blessed for more tonight. Out of his pavilion. I am that flower. Sweet lady, rain that tongue.
I must rather give it rain, for it runs against Hector. Lion is a greyhound!
The sweet wormer is dead and rotten, sweet chucks. Beat not the bones of the buried. When he breathed, he was a man. But I will forward my device. Sweet maid, bestow on me the sense of hearing. I do adore thy sweet maid slipper. Loves her by the foot.
He may not by the yard.
This Hector, far surmounted Hannibal.
My lord, this Hector hath fallen foul of his oath. A more dishonest and dissembling prince of Troy was never seen.
What meanest thou?
Faith, even as you play the honest Trojan, you brag of your love for this fair maiden.
My Lord Tolston speaks true.
The Lady Rosaline have the proof of it. A letter, sir, so full of love and rhyme that the paper dancing such heavenly.
I have hold of such a letter, 'tis true.
You, sir, have most o'erborne your welcome by breaking faith with these learned lords of court.
Thou infeminize me among monarchs. Thou shalt die.
Then shall Hector be whipped for Jacquinetta that is loved by him, and hanged for Pompey that is loved by her.
Oh, most rare Pompey, most renowned Pompey, greater than great, great Pompey. Oh, Pompey the huge.
By the North Pole, I do challenge thee.
I'll do it in my shirt.
Oh, gentlemen and soldiers, pardon me, I will not come back in my shirt.
No, you cannot deny it. Pompey has made the charge.
Oh, sweet blood, I both may and will.
Not saying you are welcome, dear friend, but that mouth interrupts our merriment.
Sorry, madam, for the news I bring is heavy in my tongue. The king, your father,
Dead. For my life.
so my tale is told.
Worthies away, the scene begins to cloud. For my own part, I breathe free breath. I have seen the day of wrong through the little hole of discretion, and I will right myself like a soldier. I do bid thy royal self farewell and take leave. I am a votary. I do vow to check the net, to hold a cow for his sweet love, and wait these 3 years. Sweet maid, thou
Oh,
say,
worthy knight of How fares your majesty? I will away tonight, madam. Not so. I do beseech you, stay. I thank you, gracious lords, for all your fair endeavors and untruth. Out of a new stout soul that you vouchsafed in your rich wisdom to excuse or hide the liberal opposition of our spirits. If over boldly we have borne ourselves in the conference of breath, your gentleness was guilty of it. Farewell, worthy lord. The heavy heart bears not a nimble tongue. 'Tis meet the morning brow of progeny forbid the smiling courtesy of love, the holy suit which fain it would convince. Yet, since love's argument was first on foot, let not the cloud of sorrow justle it from what it purposed. Since to wail friends lost is not by much so wholesome profitable as to rejoice at friends but newly found. I understand
are double.
Honest, plain words best pierce the ear of grief. And by these badges understand me. For your fair sakes have we neglected time, played foul with our oaths. Therefore, ladies, our love being yours, the error that love makes is likewise yours. We to ourselves prove false by being once false, forever to be true to those that make us false. Fair ladies, you.
Half received your letters full of love. Your favors, the ambassadors of love, and in our maiden council rated them at courtship. Pleasant jest and courtesy as bombast and as lining to the time. But more devout than this in our respects have we not been, and therefore have met your loves in their own fashion, like a merriment.
Now, at the latest minute of the hour, grant us your love.
Time methinks too short to make a world without end bargain in. No, no, my lord, your grace is perjured much, full of your guiltiness, and therefore this. If from my love there is no such cause you will do off, this shall you do. Your oath I will not trust, but go with speed to some forlorn and naked hermitage, remote from all the pleasures of the world. If this austere and unsociable life change not your offer made in the heat of blood, then at the expiration of the year, come challenge me. Challenge me by these deserts, I will be thine. Until that instant, shut my woeful self up in a mournful house, mourning the tears of lamentation for the remembrance of my father's death. If this thou do deny, let us now part, neither entitled in the other's heart.
If this or more than this I would deny to flatter up those powers of mine with rest, the sudden hand of death close up mine eye. Hence, hermit, then, my heart is ever in thy breast.
Studies, my lady. Mistress, look on me. Behold the window of mine heart, mine eye. What humble suit attends thy answer there? Impose on me some service for thy love.
Oft have I heard of you, my lord Barone, before I saw you. And the world's large tongue proclaims you for a man replete with mocks, full of comparisons and wounding clouts, which you, on all estates, will execute that lie within the mercy of your wit. To weed this wormwood from your fruitful brain, and therewithal to win me, if you please, without the which I'm not to be won. You shall this 12-month term, from day to day, visit the speechless sick, and still converse with groaning wretches, and your task shall be, with all the fierce endeavor of your wit, to enforce the pained impotent to smile.
To move wild laughter in the throat of death. It cannot be. It is impossible. Mirth cannot move a soul in agony.
Why, that's the way to choke a jibing spirit whose influence is begot of that loose grace which shallow, laughing hearers give to fools. A jest of prosperity lies in the ears of him that hears it, never in the tongue of him that makes it. If then sickly ears, deaf with the clamors of their own dear groans, shall hear your idle scorns, continue then, and I shall have you, and that fault withal. But if they will not, throw away that spirit, and I shall find you empty of that love, right joyful of your reformation.
A 12-month. Well, befall what will befall. I'll just a 12 months in a hospital.
Farewell, my lord, I must now take my leave.
Come, madam, we will bring you on your way.
Our wooing doth not end like an old play.
Come, sir, it wants a 12-month and a day, and then 'twill end.
That's too long for a play. That way, this way.
a countryman on every street. Prosperity man for us sings he. A word of fear, unpleasing to a merry ear. When icicles hang by the wall, and if the shepherd